They see me rolling.
Catscratch is the craziest show that Nickelodeon ever made. It had a lot of possibilities, but it got sabotaged. You wanna know how? Let me tell you. Catscratch is a show about 3 different types of cats named Mr. Blake, Gordon, and Waffle. Each one of them has some kind of characteristics that makes them unique, which helps out creating storylines for the episode. Bruh, I'm actually explaining how cartoon works. Mr. Blake is the arrogant, rich cat who can be selfish and he always looks for the best. Gordon is a sweet and kinda more powerful one of them, and he kinda resembles Cannonball from Ben 10 to me. I don't know how. Waffle is like the silly one or the idiotic one. And these 3 rich cats live in a very big mansion and they have an amazing car, man. Hovis is their servant. So, what you can expect from this show? Well, let's say total craziness. No one in this show is sane. Everyone is crazy, and if you don't believe me, just wait for the episode to continue. For example, one episode is about Halloween. Gordon doesn't want to celebrate Halloween because it's scary, but Blake wants to celebrate Halloween because their house always looks the worst for Halloween because of Gordon, and he wants the house to be cool. Then he unveils the coolest looking idea for a house. He turned it into a spaceship. What's the worst that could happen? Well, aliens from space thought the house was the missing ship, so they took off to Earth to take the ship back to space. We are just getting started. So upon meeting the first human, they kill them immediately. But remember, no witnesses, so they revive them back. And those were the actual bullets of the show. And then they knock on the house door, and Blake opens the door, and Waffle is carrying a watermelon around because his alien baby is inside it. The writers really took those words to another level. Blake thought the aliens were little children in costumes, and those sweet children captured Blake and Waffle and even the watermelon. And the only one left to save the house was Gordon, the guy who scared the most, obviously. And he actually stood up for them. The aliens tried to find the launcher for the house to take it to space. But it's a house. It doesn't have a launcher. It's not a spaceship. No worries, they put a launcher on the house and really took the house to space. Those aliens are not messing around. They fight the cats and then end up on Earth again. And the episode ends with the aliens wearing the Halloween candies for the best costume. And Waffle's watermelon had a real baby alien inside it. Who the heck is this guy? And that's the link of craziness in it. Because the writers literally wrote every idea that came to their mind in it. Waffle, for example, might be the stupid or silly character, but this character has identity crisis sometimes. He thought that he is losing fur, and Blake made a joke that the cause of it was because Waffle was evil, and Waffle believed that. Waffle battled through this, and he didn't want to be evil, but he suddenly turned into a Messiah in his brother Gordon. Oh no, it was a dream. But he destroyed his servant Hovis with his laser eyes. Nope, this was also a dream. It won't get any more random than this, right? Except that Waffle bet a castle in front of their house, and he bet a machine to destroy the world. Oh wait, it was something for fun. The monkey launcher which does this absolutely crazy thing. Another case of Waffle identity crisis. He tried to find what he actually is. Me too. And he found out that he is actually not a cat, but he's a dog. Man, I know you are not a dog, and you are definitely not a cat. Does anybody know what Waffle actually is? So Waffle acts out as a dog until he goes back to his right mind. But enough of Waffle. That dude is crazy. What about a more distinguished gentleman like Mr. Blake? Well, buddies, he played on the slide and an accident happened that made him magnetic. So he used that power for his benefits. Isn't there a one normal episode of this show? Nope. The smallest from the episode was funny. Another Mr. Blake episode, he finds out he was going to die, and he thought that his family are going to miss him. His brother said, man, if he were to die today, I would miss him. Bro, that's coming out from the nicest brother. Even Blake's servant, who usually is the calmest one in the house, was going crazy and hoping for Blake to die. I don't know what bro did, but it definitely isn't something nice. So Blake tries to be nice so his family love him and miss him. Bro, man, I feel sad for Blake. But his new weird antics made him think that he wants to kill them, because that's what the right mind thing. After a lot of crazy events, they end up and they react after falling off a cliff, and Hovis tells Blake that his results were mixed, and he isn't going to die. So Blake celebrates not dying. But then The show episodes always lead to something crazy or pointless. We talk about how Hafiz is the calmest one, but he was once the man who terrified the magical kingdom. That is a room in the mansion, and he terrified all the kings from this kingdom. Yeah, the same servant. He also has muscles and turned into a fish because you see this word? Yeah, screw it. What about Gordon? He seems to be nice. Well, he's nice, but he also turns to a monster because he's sensitive to broccoli. Yeah, I'm also sensitive to failures. So smash that like button and subscribe before I turn monster on your... I think I didn't like about Gordon. He likes that human girl, Kimberly, who lives next door. I don't know. It's just so weird, man. Even though the craziness is the soul of this show, but it doesn't happen randomly and it has a purpose. This show has a very good writing, and the craziness in it is according to the plot and the possibilities it had, thus creating a crazy show that was so good, and the animation of it was amazing, but sadly didn't last very long. The show was only 3 seasons, aired from 2005 to 2007. Why Nickelodeon ended this show? If it was good, then it must have been a commercial failure, right? No, it was actually successful in that, but they ended it because Nickelodeon didn't give it a chance. It was in a time when any show that wasn't SpongeBob, Fairly Odd Parents, or Avatar won't last long. That happened with My Life as a Teenage Robot and Danny Phantom, one of the best shows of all time. They didn't want something successful only, they want a money-making show, and these shows didn't provide what they needed, but at least they were remembered. Catscratch is a show that most people forgot about, and it certainly deserved more love. It's a show that made me laugh since I was a kid, and it still makes me laugh. I'm so glad that I grew up watching this show, but the fact that this show is right out of existence is greater than the episodes of it. You tell me, do you remember this show? If so, what's your favorite episode? Who was here? Jude was here. Until next time, see ya guys.